Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Red Shadow once more, and I have been drawing a bit of a mental blank on stuff to do videos about. But the one thing I kind of struck across doing, well, of course I wanted to do this video for a while, and especially after doing my Wii U unboxing, I knew I needed to sit down and do a Wii U collection video because I probably have all the Wii U games I'm ever going to own. Never say never. I could always add something to the collection, but I think what I do have is probably going to be it. So this was a video I definitely wanted to do, and I guess I'm glad I kicked it around and didn't do it until today, because today is the 9-year anniversary of the release of the Wii U in North America. Today is in November 18th. By the time this uploads, the day's almost over, but that's just how I've been about doing videos here lately. But as I was mentioning before, trying to think of things to do videos for other than the standard pickups and collection videos, monthly roundups, etc. I thought, man, there's a lot of anniversaries for things going on right now in this time frame. There's a couple of things within the last week or two that have already passed, but I'm going to do videos on those, so just stay tuned for that. But this shouldn't be too long of a video. There's not a lot of games here to show, and I don't want to spend too much time on it. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. This is my Wii U collection, all the games that I own for the Wii U, of which I've only played the one, which you saw in the video. That was, Donkey Kong Country, of course. But let's go ahead and jump on in here and see how quickly we can kind of race through this. Well, not race, but just try not to take too long. So the first thing that I have here is Bayonetta 2, but this is the bonus one that came with the first Bayonetta. This was one I wanted to find for sure when I got a Wii U, because it has both Bayonetta 1 and 2 included in one game case. I probably could have grabbed my PS3 copy of the original Bayonetta, which I own, but it's a Wii U only video, and that's where my collection for the Wii U starts, is with Bayonetta 1 and 2 packed together in one pack. Alright, second thing up is, of course, the aforementioned Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, which is a fun game. I love the Donkey Kong Country series. The original trilogy back on the Super Nintendo are some of my favorite Super Nintendo games. From what little time I spent on this after I did my unboxing video, I was really enjoying it. I probably could have just sat there and played for a while, but I had to make myself stop. So a brief detour on this video. I don't know if I've ever shown this, but I wanted to have a chance to show it in this. But this is a little advertising piece for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that I got from Walmart. I really wanted to make sure that I grabbed this because of my love for those original Donkey Kong Country games, and so I was pretty happy when I ended up being able to take that home and put it here in my game stuff. So like I said, I didn't know if I'd ever shown it before on any videos in the past, but as good a video as any to include it. Let's jump back into this. So next up here we have Hyrule Warriors. This is the Muso game that, Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo did for the Legend of Zelda, basically Legend of Zelda characters in a Dynasty Warriors style game. I grabbed it because I just thought it might be interesting. It seems like this game is okay in most people's eyes, but the Age of Calamity Hyrule Warriors on the Switch is probably the better overall game, because it actually ties into the story of Breath of the Wild. Now, let's see. Let's start with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Unfortunately, well, I don't really care all that much, but some people don't care for it. It's a Nintendo Selects version. I've never played Wind Waker. I haven't played a lot of the Zelda games. I think I've covered it a few times before in the past on videos on my channel, but Ocarina of Time I never beat. It's like my favorite Zelda game, one of my all-time favorite games, but I never have beat it, and it has kind of stopped me from doing a lot of Zelda games for the last like 20 plus years, because I want to finish them in the order in which they came out, even if that doesn't really matter in terms of playing these games. I'm just stubborn that way, in that I want to experience them the way they came out. So, of course, Ocarina of Time, then Majora's Mask, then Wind Waker, then Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, etc., etc. But I had to grab these for the Wii U because I wanted the HD experience. So I had to get Wind Waker. I have the Twilight Princess with Amiibo box set here. This is the one I still, out of all the games, aside from finishing Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess is the one I want to play the most, because to me, this, I'm sure, is fun, and a lot of people love Wind Waker, but the art style and all that just is a little bit of a turnoff to me. The Toon Link stuff is not my favorite. This was the look and feel of the series that I wanted to continue on with the game, and I do think that like Breath of the Wild kind of goes there, not 100%, but it kind of does. And speaking of Breath of the Wild, this is my copy. This is what I own it for, is for the Wii U. The Wii U is connected to my television. I can play this whenever I want. I had a Switch Lite for a few months. I never bought Breath of the Wild for the Switch. I don't know if I ever will. If I ever get a Switch again, well, I plan on getting it because I have a Switch collection, but I still feel like this is where I'm meant to play it, is on the Wii U. So we'll see. We'll see if I like it there or if I feel like it would be better on the Switch. Alright, I'm trying to make sure I keep these in alphabetical order and not skip anything. So up next is going to be Mario Kart 8. Wanted to have Mario Kart for the Wii U. I know Deluxe on the Switch is probably the better version, but I don't even remember if I have. I don't think I've picked it up for the Switch. I may, but when I was buying my Wii U games, that was before the Switch was really a thing, or a thing that I was interested in. So this just felt like a must-have for the Wii U. Okay, next up we're looking at Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Honestly, on this one, I got it for pretty cheap, so I just decided to get it. I don't know how good this third one is on the Wii U. I know that some Ninja Gaiden games are really considered to be great. They're also considered to be really difficult, so I'm not eager to really jump into something like this. But like I said, because it was cheap, I picked it up. Next up, we have Nintendo Land. This was the game that was packed in with my Wii U, my refurbished Wii U from my unboxing video. So the pack-in title, haven't messed around with it. Next up, we got Paper Mario Color Splash. The Paper Mario games have always interested me. I think I've played a little of the original on N64, and that was about it. I know that the Paper Mario games, in a way, are kind of spiritual successors to Super Mario RPG, as are the Mario and Luigi series. And just in general, for me, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for from, like, a Mario game, as opposed to, like, say, going back to the old side-scrolling stuff and things of that nature. These kind of games here are just a little bit more appealing to me than those. Alright, next up we've got Splatoon. Only grabbed Splatoon because I had heard that there is a single-player story mode. There's something in here for a guy like me who doesn't care about the multiplayer. I also got this for really cheap, and so that one was worth it in my opinion. And next up here I have Star Fox Zero. This is the box set that comes with Star Fox Guard. I don't even really know much about what Star Fox Guard is, but I know that Star Fox Zero was just basically a new Star Fox for the Wii U. Better graphics, better, better graphics, enhanced ability, like enhanced version of like an original Star Fox game. I struggle on that only because I've never played a Star Fox game. So I don't know everything that there is to know about how those games are. I just know that they've always been really popular. I know that this one was considered to be a little complicated in the control scheme, and so I'm a little hesitant to even jump into it. But once again, another pickup I was able to get on the cheap, and so I decided to go ahead and grab it, and we'll give it a shot one of these days. Now here's one of the games that has come to the Switch, and I think it would probably be much better on the Switch, but once again, when I bought this, it wasn't an option. This is a Nintendo Selects copy of Super Mario 3D World. Always been interested in checking this Mario game out. This seemed like the Wii U's version of Sunshine, Galaxy, Odyssey, and of course Super Mario 64. Basically the Wii U's installment of the more 3D openish world style Mario game instead of the side-scrolling type stuff. And speaking of side-scrolling Super Mario, here's Super Mario Maker. This one, when it first came along, I thought that looks really cool. Make your own levels, all that kind of stuff, from different styles. Super Mario Brothers 1 and 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Brothers U. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I realized I don't have the creativity or the smarts to really do anything like that myself. But at least you can download and play other people's maps. I have to get my Wii U hooked up to the internet in order to be able to get any access to that, and hopefully the plug doesn't get pulled on that anytime soon if it hasn't already. But I still wanted to get this game because I do get some Mario nostalgia from the old stuff. Super Mario World is probably my favorite of all the Mario games. So there's still something in there for me, even though I would prefer the 3D ones, all of them except for Super Mario 64, of which I just don't care for. Okay, up next we've got Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I don't know, #FE, #FE, what it's supposed to be. This is yet another cheap pick, something I snagged off of eBay, brand new, unopened. And I know that it's it's kind of a mixture of Persona and something else, or Shin Megami Tensei and something else. Or it's from the same makers of those games. But all I remember for sure was that it had a tie-in with some of that stuff, and it was a cheap pickup, and so I just decided to put it in the collection. And then we have Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper. This is another of the Koei Tecmo style games. So I'm going to assume that it's just another Musou game in the Warriors series. And once again, cheap pickup, threw it into the collection. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how I went with some of my pickups. All right, so the second to the last thing is this big boy, which is the Wii Fit U game with the balance board, fit meter included. I think, but now I'm not 100% sure, but I think I owned Wii Fit for the Wii. But I just remember about how the Wii Fit and Wii Fit U things were like all the rage there for a while from my job at Walmart. People bought those things left and right, young and old. We sold tons of them. I remember reading stuff about GameStop, and maybe they still do, but like GameStop would give you all kinds of good money or credit for the boards and stuff for a long, long time. And I thought, well, if I get my Wii U hooked up and actually use it, maybe I'll do the exercise thing, like everybody says. I'm pretty sure I have Wii Fit for the Wii, but I also had the EA Active 2 or something like that for Xbox 360 that you used with the Kinect, and I found that to be more fun for an exercise thing. But just like having it as an option, should I ever decide to haul my lazy ass up and actually do some exercise. Okay, so we're down to the last thing that I have in my collection, and oddly enough, I didn't realize it was going to work out this way. I just had all this stuff alphabetical. But the very last thing in my collection of Wii U games is the very first game I ever bought for my Wii U. It's the only game I bought for the Wii U before I even owned a Wii U. But I knew I was going to have it, and I think this was a clearance pickup from Walmart, somewhere in the maybe $35 range. I could be way off. My memory is not so great on when I bought games from where, how much, and all that kind of stuff, especially because this goes back a ways. But anyway, this is the special edition for Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U. This comes with a 100-plus page art book, a 5x7-inch matted art card, the game itself, of course, and the digital soundtrack on a thumb drive. There's the items that are inside the box. Like I said, this was... I'm almost fairly 95% sure that I did get this from Walmart on a clearance price. I just don't remember exactly how much and when. But I was just like, I want this game. If I ever get a Wii U, I absolutely want this game because I have the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. I have played some of it, but not a whole lot, but I did like it. And the series just kept going. The Chronicles X, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Torna something or other. Those are a couple Switch games. There's a definitive edition of this for the Switch, which I think I bought. That should have been in a pickups video from last year or something. So it's a series that I'm interested in, and I was super stoked to get the special edition when it was available, and getting it on a clearance deal was pretty awesome. Okay, so that's my entire Wii U collection. I think the Wii U had, I want to say, somewhere between 230 and 270 games in NTSC North American region. A lot of people go for it as a full set and collection. I'll never do that. I would not get a full set of a console, of which even some of these games here aren't really something I know that I'll ever play. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not shutting the door on pulling some more games in from the Wii U collections that I might play if I got any deals or whatever on them. But for right now, this is probably my Wii U collection for sure. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. First time in a while I've had a collection video to do. And yeah, and like I said at the beginning, look forward to more anniversary style videos. Videos that'll concentrate a little bit more on the actual anniversary aspect and not a collection video, although one of them I'm going to show all my games in this particular game series that recently celebrated 25 years. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.